What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Daily Rage Quit. I'm your host, Weiss, and alongside me, the one, the only, Steelman.
What's going on, y'all? Like, subscribe, get those comments going. Let us know what you think about the Twitch rant.
Because, guys, today we took a special recording on, really, for Steelman and I, how immature Twitch is as a business.
Yeah, I mean, we get into the business side of the streaming industry. We get into Dr. Disrespect's situation and how that was handled, and how that kind of discourages us using it. So without further ado, here it goes. If Twitch does that, if they come to that realization, maybe they can turn things around. But and they're not by any means in jeopardy of like closing their doors, but like
no,
if they keep going along this path, you'd think that eventually they would. I mean, if they're going to cut ties with some of the people that make them the most money, yeah, like that's bizarre to me.
It's also owned by Amazon, so like Amazon's got more money in the bank than just as much money as fucking people Google. Like Facebook, people like Google. They've got plenty of money in the bank.
Yeah,
Twitch is a small fucking entity to Amazon.
Yeah.
It's not that big of a deal.
Exactly,
There's a lot of ad revenue that's involved for sure, but like if they can't figure it out, Amazon's gonna be like, we'll just sell you. Fuck it. We don't. It's not.
Yeah.
It's our thing. We got AWS. We've got fucking spaceships going off. We have to build our own fucking trucks to fucking deliver all this shit because
airlines.
FedEx. We're done using UPS. Like that's not any. We're not doing that anymore. They're even in the business of cars. So they've I think it's called Revolt, which is an electric car company. They invested like in an astronomical amount of money to get their trucks and vans so that they can have all electric vans delivering our shit everywhere.
Yeah. I mean, like you said, like it's a very small portion of Amazon. Like Twitch is, it's minute in comparison. So I mean, if and that's why it's dwarfed by Google still too. I mean, like YouTube has been around for so long. Like think about we've been watching YouTube videos when we were in high school, possibly, maybe just college. I can't remember, but it was, it's been about 20 years. Like YouTube's been around for. So all of the people on there, all of the people generating revenue, all of the videos on there generating revenue from age old. Like, I mean, they're, Google and YouTube are sitting pretty. So, which brings us to that point too, where it's just that we obviously know that, YouTube has been doing this for 20 years. I mean, they have the experience. They understand what's, what their rules are and who breaks them, and when they break them, they tell them, and they do it formally, and there's a written notice you get, and you understand what's going wrong. You have the opportunity to speak about it. You have the opportunity to fight against it. Although I'm sure that process is a bit antiquated. I'm sure it's stacked against you always. Like 100%. most of these online platforms are today, but at least you get that where you have someone explaining to you like, hey, you did this wrong. We need you to clean it up a little bit, or we need you to do this. It's not just a, hey, peace, bye, you're out. delete account, delete all your users, and you're gone. And it's like, that's what makes Twitch just look like you said, like amateurs. Like it's, you're like, what are you guys doing over there? You can't just cut ties with somebody and just be like, oh, well, we don't really need to give you a reason, and you make a ton of money for us. Like it's bizarre. Literally
one of the most popular fucking streamers of all time. Right?
Yeah.
It's not even just a matter of you're making a ton of money. You have someone who influences an entire part of the community. You have somebody who is a legend, right? It's a historical figure within the gaming community. So not only did you just say fuck you to a legend, but you literally just flipped the switch and said fuck it, right?
Yeah.
That's It boggles my mind. When I think about it, like from a business perspective, your number one customer or someone that's been your customer since the beginning, or someone who drives a ton of revenue, doesn't fucking matter. But like if it's their name, because businesses go after names all the time. Businesses go after people who are going to generate the most revenue. You take care of them the most. You make sure that like everything's good. And like you said, YouTube's going to get in there and they're going to probably have an account manager on that person being like, dude, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But there was nothing there. So like it boggles my fucking mind from a gamer's perspective, from a streaming perspective, from a business perspective. Like fuck that. Fuck that.
From a business perspective, like mainly, like, I mean, it just doesn't make any fucking sense. Like, and that's the other thing too, is that from a business perspective, from Doc's standpoint, it's like, well, he's also investing money in this, right? So he's taking some of the money and reinvesting it in his production, and obviously it shows. The dude's doing crazy amounts of production on his videos. Like, he's paying a lot of people, like creating wealth, like through his own company now. And, and what they do, they just cut all that. They just cut all of that and they say goodbye. And then he's stuck explaining to a bunch of people like, hey, I don't know what happened. I can't pay you now. And they can't do anything. And so they're not just screwing over the streamers, screwing over a bunch of people who all have bad taste in their mouth now, who has a very big voice in the community. Like, that's the other thing. Like, this isn't like, hey, like the executive at XYZ company gets fired and we just cut ties with him. And like, yeah, he was a really good money generator for us. Like, but he's gone now. This is like that CEO had like 1 million or several million followers on Twitch and Instagram and all these other platforms. And he goes home disgruntled and he gets on and he's like, hey, guess what? This company just fucked me over. And I know you guys all follow me and you guys should stop using them. And it's like, that's what they're doing, not like just like, it's not like just firing the CEO or firing some high up manager in a company. You're firing a guy that has a voice. Like, you're firing a guy who has an opinion and a voice. Like, it's not going to end well. Like, there's no good situation. Like, none of those people that follow him are going to sit there and be like, well, I still think Twitch did the right thing. Like, no one,
not one fucking person is saying that. Not one. It's like, dude, it's like firing Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Yeah.
A dude
like, no one doesn't like him.
Exactly. All of a sudden, you just got rid of that person, and that person's going to take everybody with them. I'm telling you, man, they're going to take all of, like, the biggest streamers. He's going to bring everybody over to YouTube. Facebook's going to grapple people, too, right? They're just like, dude, we'll just pay you money. Like, just get in here. And
give me the Zuck bucks.
Yeah. And just...
Zucky Warbucks.
They're just going to keep on bringing people in, and all of a sudden... Twitch is just going to continue to shrink. I mean, great. People are still going to use it, and I totally get it. It's an easy interface without a doubt. But in the end, it's where are the people? Where do you want to share your gaming experience? And you want to go where the masses are, not where you think you should be.
Well, also too, like for someone like me and you, who like I think I have like I don't stream a whole lot anymore. I think I have like 30 followers on Twitch or something like that. But like when I look at this situation and I'm on there and I'm like cursing up a storm or saying shit like out of left field and like just fucking probably breaking some rule somewhere or that along the lines like all the time that I don't know about, making jokes or something. But like, what does that say to me? Like, if they can just cut ties with Doc and like Dr. Disrespect and like that and not offer him any explanation and everything's gone, everything he's worked for, and like, what about me? Like, they're not going to give a shit about cutting ties with me. So like, I mean, like, even if I make affiliate or whatever it's called, like, they're not going to give a shit. Like, there's no way that they could even ever care about firing someone like me from their channel. Like, so it's like that doesn't look good. Like, that doesn't look good to the millions and millions of other streamers out there who are working really hard to get to affiliate and are like, when I get to affiliate, then I'm going to start making some money. And now you're like, well, they can just cut ties with me at any moment for no reason. So and no one knows what that reason is still. So it's like even more of a freaky thing where it's like, who knows what these reasons are, these imaginary rules that everyone has to follow. So Yeah, and not to mention also too that the whole Facebook aspect of it too, with Facebook buying Microsoft, like that whole thing left a bad taste in people's mouths too. Just dropping people like a bad habit, giving them a month, like all these people that worked really hard
on
to
Mixer,
grow their
dude.
channel.
Yeah, like
on
people
Mixer,
fucking, people built these huge Mixer profiles, and then all of a sudden, we don't want to be in that business anymore. Let's just sell off Mixer. Let's just sell it out. Let's get rid of it. We're gonna drop everybody completely. I hope they take care of everybody. I really hope they do, because I'm sure there's got to be some sort of transition. If there's not, that's just. I feel so bad for those people. Going back to what you said though about what about you compared to like your legendary status somebody and then yourself. Dude, you're a fucking peasant, and that is really scary because the customer is definitely not first, without a doubt. Like
I am not right at all.
If you use our platform, there may be a chance you've eliminated yourself because we do have these rules written. But if you teeter on the line, it's a roll of the dice. You may or may not be removed. There's no conversation. We will be the end all be all. So like, and for you, they're just gonna be like, they probably just have a fucking algorithm that runs and just deletes your account anyway. That's like an easy one. It's like
that. Yeah, that's the future. That's what's gonna happen, dude. It's the fucking PC algorithm police. A little PC robot comes and deletes your life. You are not PC. Delete.
That's why we fucking use YouTube. Fuck everything else.
Yeah.
Like that's easy. It's simple. Fucking dude, it blows my mind. I'm still like it fucking kills me like to see that happen. Yeah.
Another thing too is that you were mentioning about Mixer and how they're taking care of guys. And shout out to those guys on the side project. That we on Instagram and their channel. We'll link something below. But like shout out to them because they I listened to one of their episodes and they were talking about Mixer, and all Mixer's doing is saying that like when you cross over to Facebook, the Facebook gaming, you just get like your affiliate status. Like if you reach monetization, you're be able to reach monetization on Facebook.
Okay.
So yeah, but at the same time, like there's no way of transferring the people over following you and stuff like that. And if they don't come over and they don't start using that platform, like they're not following you anymore. Like you still have to I don't know. It seems like kind of a shitty thing. Like to just be like a consolation to be like, oh yeah, like because like what if you don't want to use Facebook? Like what if you want to go to YouTube gaming? Like what if you want to? Facebook. Yeah, and like that's the thing is like a lot of people like have a bad taste in their mouth with Facebook right now. Like the last few years have not been kind to Facebook. People are getting off it less than right. I don't have a personal Facebook account anymore. I've left Facebook. Like I see that standpoint. Like I don't think a lot of people are going to use it initially, at least. Like maybe if they create something that's really awesome, like people will, but I don't see that being like a really good platform that people are going to want to jump from Mixer to right away. Like I think a lot of those people are going to go to YouTube or Twitch. So I mean, in that case, they're starting from scratch, like, which is shitty. Like that sucks, man. I feel bad for those guys too. But that's a whole other story. But
I would say the positive with Facebook. This is the big positive. They are the kings and queens of monetization. They get the game. They've been doing that's their game, dude. They know how it works.
Sure.
They know how the marketing aspect works. They know how to generate their own revenue and help other people generate revenue. They absolutely have that down to a science. So like for Mixer people to move over, yes, it sucks. You're gonna have to rebuild a community, probably lose. I don't even know, dude. That would be it'd be an awesome statistic to see how much of your audience you actually lost from moving from Mixer to Facebook. But the good thing is, like, if you could build up that community again, they are pretty intelligent with how you win in monetization and how you win on your marketing. They're very good at that. So that I could definitely see as a positive. But Facebook to me is toxic. It's just I see a whole lot of shit, and it could use a lot
of noise.
It could use a lot of cleaning up, man. Like it was great in college when you were trying to surf for other girls in your campus and stuff like that. By the way, for anyone that would be listening to this, that is like the original Facebook. Go watch the movie. You'll totally understand what we mean. But and then it was cool after a while when it opened up, but then it just became toxic. It just became this place of just
Shit
verbal,
show.
verbal vomit. And so hopefully that can get cleaned up. But I hope the people that transferred from Mixer to Facebook really, keep that status, but also really utilize the tools that they have, because they do have strong tools. You got to use them. Where Twitch doesn't have those types of tools.
Yeah.
It's just like, you made affiliate. Let's fill you up with ads. Blah 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 blah. Great.
Yeah.
And that's why Microsoft got out of the game. They're not fucking monetization queens and kings. They are literally a tech company worth trillions of dollars. They know where their place is, and they're just going to put their money where it means the most.
Yeah, I mean, like, along those lines, like, yeah, what you said is Facebook has the data. Like, they have so much data on everything, and they're targeting ads. Like, if you've ever run Facebook ads, I don't know if you have or anyone watching has. I have done it before a couple times. And, like, you can, like, target people to, like, a gnat's ass. Like, you can go into, like, people that are a part of this group that like dogs that wear sweaters, and, like, be like, I want to target people who like dogs who wear sweaters. And you can put those in your ads, so like those people get your ads. Like, I mean, it's fucking crazy. Like, that's what they've done with the, and it's great though. Like, if you want to run targeted ads, like you think about putting a TV ad out, like the chances that your TV ad's gonna reach your target audience is slim, right? Like, I mean, it's so slim that it's the demographics are all over the place. But like with Facebook, like you can go in there and really, really nail it down to a T. And like, that's what they can do. Maybe they'll offer people that switch from Mixer something like that, where it's like, yeah, you get a certain amount of like free ad running and cool stuff. So
yeah,
like
that would be awesome if they could do a lot of like free targeted ads for them. That'd be a really beneficial thing, because it's not going to cost them anything. It's just going to help them out.
No, yeah.
Anyway, they'd be like, here's like $1,000 in fucking ad runs. Like, go for it.
Yeah.
I've heard about it. I've actually never ran it. It's very cool that you informed me on it. I feel better about myself.
It's pretty crazy. It doesn't make me feel great, because you're just like, man, that means they know everything about everybody. Like, everyone on there. It's part of the reason why I'm not on it anymore. I'm like, fuck, like, they know everything you like and dislike, and it's crazy. And they have all those emotions now and stuff. I'm sure those things play into it. But, Facebook is an ugly beast. Like you said, it's noisy. There's a lot of noise on there. It's just like Twitter. Like, same shit, too much noise. That's why I like Instagram. It's kind of clean. There's not a whole lot of pollution on there. It's just kind of like you get what you get, and it's still kind of, you still get some of that organic reach, although they've stopped that a lot. But
dude, whatever, they're owned by Facebook, so it doesn't matter. Like, that data just feeds the beast. It's just like, I want more data. Let me look. Oh, you have blue eyes. Yeah, let's do a blue eye ad. It's like, so it's fucking it's all the same. Honestly though, dude, I hope Dr. Disrespect finds his place on YouTube. It already did, man. He launched, he had a fucking killer audience, and nothing's gonna change. His format, I think, is just gonna stay the same, just with YouTube. So he'll fucking be fine. He's gonna kill it, do the same thing. I actually hope, from a professional standpoint, he doesn't rip too much on Twitch. I hope he just like lays it out and just ends it all. Right? He already did his emotional fucking music videos. Like, we're good. Now just go back to work and do your fucking thing, man. Represent the gaming community.
I agree.
He'll handle it.
I think he did it perfectly at being like, hey, it's been a month and I have no idea what happened. And it's worse than Twitch being like, and him coming out and being like, oh yeah, this is what happened and it sucked and, I'm trying to fight it, or it's so much worse to be like, a month has gone by and I've literally heard nothing, and we don't know. So because now everyone's just like big question mark over their head about like what the fuck's going on at Twitch. Like, so I mean that's all he had to do. Like, just walk away from the situation and be done with it and carry on with your career and leave everyone guessing, man. That's what I would do. It makes them look like they have egg all over their face right now. So it's great. Yeah.
Good. I love to hear from other people their thoughts about Dr. Disrespect's story, their thoughts on Twitch, fucking Mixer being canceled and fucking moved over to Facebook platform, and then utilization of YouTube, and everyone's like how YouTube has been treating other people. I want to hear more about that.
Yeah. Get us in the comments. Let's hear everyone's stories, man.
Be sure to subscribe down below.
Yes.
Like or dislike this fucking video, and if you like it, great. If you don't, fuck it. Keep on disliking it. And of course, like you said, comment. Let us know what your thoughts are from the Daily Rage Quit. Peace.